Welcome to the 70s on the Voyager of the Seas in September of 2022. Hey everyone, I'm Patrick from Oakland Travel. And as I mentioned in the previous vlog episode, this is the 70s disco party, the pre-warm-up little deal here where they're actually doing the live singing of some of the 70s songs before the main performance begins. We're back into the 70s. It's the track that Royal Caribbean plays on a lot of their cruises, and I think the only time we haven't heard it was on Ovation to the Seas, where they actually performed everything live. The one thing we've noticed over the years, recently in 2022, and I think again in maybe 2024, was they're starting to incorporate 90s night, and so that was pretty neat. On Harmony of the Seas in 2022, for instance, that was the first time we saw it, where on the Royal Promenade for the Harmony, they set up a platform and they did 90s down there on the Royal Promenade. And then later in the cruise, like a couple of nights later, it was a 7-night cruise on Harmony, they did the 70s from the Aqua Theater, which was, not as good as 70s from the Royal Promenade, but still kind of the same songs and everything, but they were just doing that down at the Aqua Theater. And so, and then I think we saw the 90s again, maybe Serenade of the Seas, or I can't remember which, but we just started to notice that was starting to become prominent. It was like the 90s, I guess there's enough material there that they feel like they can start to do like a party from that decade in addition to the 70s. But the 70s here, it's always the same thing. And so, yes, it is what it is. The next morning, starboard side, and we are at deck 11, and we're starting to approach Reykjavik, Iceland here. And as you can tell, you'll see here in a second when we get over to the side, it's incredibly foggy and a little cold and a little windy up on deck here. Cold and wet. Very similar to Alaska. Watch says 52 degrees. So this is like Alaska 2.0 for us. Look outside over here. It's just all like gloomy and can't see very far in the horizon. Chilly and wet. We were thinking about getting off the ship at 2:30, which is the earliest that we can get off. But I don't know. We have enough cold gear and cold, like gear for cold weather and wet weather, and